Hey everybody. Today I have Malomyotismon for you guys, and this particular deck profile is going to be on the Myotismon loop. So, uh, the deck's entire main focus is going to be the loop. So if you don't see that, then this is going to be it's a pretty rough match for you. So starting off, we have four of the Digimon from BT15. These guys let you on delete trash a level 5 or higher Digimon from your hand, and then you can draw two. So helps you cycle through your deck as well as putting basically all your cards to good use. All right. For your level 3s, we are going to have four of the four Ukomons. This is the one that on when you raise it, you get or when anything is raised, you can search your top three cards for a tamer or Digimon, and then hatch. So more cycling and helps you get more cards. The only other rookie we have is going to be four of this BT15 Devimon. On play, you get to reveal top four and add a card. You get to add a card with Myotismon in text, and then trash a card from hand. Since that's most of the deck, this can pretty much search out any of your Digimon. Now, since this is the loop version of the deck, there are no level 4s. However, we are going to be running four of the BT16 Mummymons. He's got Retaliation. On play, you draw two and trash two from hand. And then on delete, you can play a Tamer card from your trash with Myotismon in text that doesn't already exist on your board. So it's got to be different names from what's already out there, which does lead to some interesting sequencing that you'll have to keep in mind. But it's a very useful card, one of the core cards of the combo. We also are going to be running one Mummymon from EX10. On play, you can trash a card in hand to de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then the on deletion is the same as the BT16 one. Now, I like this one, at least as a one of, since you can cycle through the deck very quickly. You can get to this and use it as a little bit of added removal. Some cards are fairly difficult to take care of with your bigger creatures, but this helps to shrink them down to size. All right. Next up, we run four of the BT16 Arcanimon. So she already has blocker, and then on play, you reveal top five, trash two purple cards, rest go to the bottom. So this will help you fill up your trash for the combo. And then on delete, she does the same thing as Mummymon. So these two are just going to be your primary cards in getting this combo set up. And of course, we run one of the EX10 Arcanimons. On play, you can trash one card in your hand to delete up to 6k worth of your opponent's Digimon. So that's just a little bit more removal, helps you get rid of some of the floodgates. And then, of course, her on delete is exactly the same. All 10 of those cards, like, you're going to be deleting them as much as possible just to get through your effects quickly. Then we're going to have four of the EX10 Myotismons. So when you play him, you can delete something else that says Myotismon in text and lower his play cost by 4. So you can get him for a 3 cost, even if you don't have everything set up. On play and on deletion, one of your Digimon gains blocker and retaliation until the end of your opponent's turn. And then his inheritable, and this is the first inheritable that matters in this deck, is on deletion you may play one purple tamer card from your trash without paying the cost. It's got to be suspended, but that doesn't really matter in this deck. And this does not care about the name of the card. So what you're going to want to do is use your Arcanimon and Mummymon to play out a tamer that you don't already have first. And then Myotismon can play out anything you need. Alright, last level 5, Myotismon X Antibody. Now, on play, when digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So once again, we're getting rid of those floodgates, and we're just kind of clearing their board for what we're about to do. And then on delete, if this was digivolved over a Myotismon, then you get to play a level 6 Digimon card with Myotismon in its name from your trash without paying the cost. So you get this guy out, Digivolve over top of the regular Malomyotismon with X Antibody, and then you'll get to play out your other bigger Myotismons for free. So, which big Myotismons are we playing? Well, first off, we're going to be playing 4 of the BT3 Malomyotismons. So, he's got piercing inherently, and all turns when any Digimon are deleted, you gain a memory for each Digimon that is deleted. So your opponent's Digimon, your Digimon, if somebody drops a board wipe or anything like that, as long as he survives, you gain memory. Now, he's 12k beater, which puts him pretty high up there on the list of powerful Digimon. But our main weapon in this deck is going to be the new EX10 Malomyotismon. So if he's in trash during your main phase, you can delete 2 of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Myotismon in text and play him, reducing the play cost by 11. So that is any 2 of your level 5 or higher Digimon, because they all mention Myotismon. On play, when digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, delete 2 unsuspended Digimon. So that's non-negotiable. You have to do that every single time. Once per turn. But when he gets played, you have to try to do that. You can't delete himself, but this way you can start clearing your opponent's board and maybe even taking out some of your own Digimon in order to keep making more and more advantage. So all turns once per turn, when any of your Digimon or Tamers are deleted, you can trash your opponent's top security and then bounce their lowest level Digimon, lowest DP to the bottom of their deck. So this finishes clearing things off, and with the loop, you can just discard your opponent's entire security, and then if you have anything that can attack, or if you have something with rush, you can swing in for game. Okay, so the option cards that are going to help us get there is we are going to be running 4 missed memory boosts. So for 3 cost, you trash the top 2 cards of your deck, then draw a card. That helps us fill up our trash with some of the stuff that we need for the loop. And then your delay effect is you can trash this card from your battle area in order to gain 2 memory to help keep the whole thing going. All right. For a little bit of search to start things off, we run 2 purple mem boosts, reveal the top 4 of your deck, grab a purple Digimon, delay, gain 2 memory. All right. So these 2 are to make sure that we have enough memory when the time comes to be doing the loop. And this is you don't really care if these things get trashed once you start getting everything going. It's just to build up to that point, we need some extra cards. So for our one ofs, we run one Calling from Darkness. This helps you delete some of your stuff if you're having trouble getting it off the board, which can help you get to the combo faster. And of course, you can grab any 2 purple Digimon cards from trash that you need to recover to finish things up. And of course, one Jack's Raid. For every 10 cards in your trash, gain a memory. Both of these cards are limited to 1, so we only run them at 1. And now we are going to be running 8 Tamers in this deck. 4 of the BT16 Arukenimon and Mummymon. So your turn, when you play an Arukenimon or a Mummymon, you can delete this Tamer to reduce the play cost by 3. This does stack. That effect does stack with itself. So if you delete 2 of them, you get to play your Arukenimon or Mummymon for free, since all 10 of these are 6 cost. Then on delete, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Myotismon in text from your trash for free. And then it deletes itself at the end of your opponent's turn. They aren't going to make it that far. Okay, so the whole combo is basically to have a couple of these out, and if you have 3 memory, say for example you're running 4 of the new EX10 Yukio Oikawas, you can start your turn with 3 memory, and then all turns when your Digimon with Myotismon in name is played, you can delete this Tamer to gain a memory and give that card Rush, or give one of those Digimon Rush. So something with Myotismon in name. So you have some memory. You've got a couple of these out. You're going to play Arukenimon or Mummymon for free, whichever one you either have in hand or is more conducive towards what you need. Either searching for more card draw or filling up your trash more. When these 2 are deleted, you get to play out a Myotismon and something else if you have 2 of them. The Myotismon is going to give something blocker and retaliation, doesn't really matter. You then digivolve him into Myotismon X Antibody. You draw your card. You have your Malo, your new EX10 Malo in trash. He deletes 2 of the bodies, including the Myotismon, and let's say Arukenimon or Mummymon. You then get to play out and play back 2 of the Tamers that you just lost. And you can give him Rush and gain a memory. This Malomyotismon is then going to play out your BT3 Malomyotismon. So now, when your EX10 deletes other Digimon, you gain a memory. And you have just played back out both of the Tamers that you lost from doing this cycle, and you just do it again and again and again, every time, making sure that your Malomyotismon trashes more and more of your opponent's security until there's nothing left. You give one of them Rush, he swings in for game. Don't forget that your EX10 Malo can delete your own Digimon, and the effect to play it from trash says level 5 or higher Digimon. So he can delete other Malomyotismons if you start running out. And once you have 2 or 3 of the BT3s out, you are now printing memory every time you go through this, just making more and more until you've just overwhelmed your opponent with advantage. And that's pretty much the deck. If you want any kind of tech options, there's stuff like Some people are running the other Ukomon that's at 1 to gain a little bit more, uh, a little bit more memory. Some people have been running analog use in order to uh, search a little bit faster, and you get to trash a couple of extra cards. Most of the things that you're deleting don't have any. They aren't level 5 and higher with Digivolution sources, so you're not really getting that effect that much. But if you are just trying to turbo through this, it's a pretty good option. Um, yeah. So, like I said at the beginning, this deck is made just for the loop, and if you want to have a non-glass cannon version of this deck, let me know. I'll see what I can whip up. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.